Good morning. Today's video is just a simple one. We get a lot of questions all the time in relation to IAC valves, idle control valves, just various valves for helping control idle. This is a valve turbo, obviously. It's got one of our intake plenums. It doesn't have an idle control valve on there at all. Not on the throttle body, not anywhere. The video is just to show people how you can make these things run and idle even when they're modified without using an idle control valve. So this car, as you can see, it's sitting at 18 degrees temperature right there. Runs a Motec M1 system. This car hasn't been started today, and I just wanted to start it up. First start for the morning. It is 18 degrees outside. It's probably a bit colder. I'll just turn the ignition off and back on to let it prime the fuel pump. It was just to illustrate how we can help these things and make these things start and idle. So that is cold start. Now it's idling on its own. It's cold, stone cold. Exhaust manifold is stone cold without using an idle control valve. So the moral of the story is, do you really need an idle control valve? Look, it is nicer, yes. Do you have to have one? No. Most modern aftermarket ECUs today have the ability to be able to do this and allow the engine to start with tuning parameters available, resolution available in the software to be able to allow these engines to start, run, idle. And then when they get up to operating temperature, they behave normal, absolutely normal, with no problem at all. So I hope this video answers a lot of the questions. A lot of our intake manifolds, all of our intake manifolds actually, do not use IAC valves. There is a reason. IAC valves are fine. What we tend to find, we don't like using them because when you run an IAC valve, especially an OEM style IAC valve, what happens is you've got to run a hose that goes to the intake intercooler pipe before the throttle body, and it just creates a clutter, a bit of a mess, and the hose can come off. It can weather, like everything can weather, I suppose, with age. And the idle control valves, the factory ones, especially on the Nissan stuff, are getting quite old. So sometimes they don't work as good as they're actually meant to work. So hopefully this clears up a lot of that misconception on having to have an idle control valve. It's mandatory. It's not. And you can be done without it. Thank you. Here's another one. Again, it's only at 14.5 degrees, probably about 12 degrees outside. This one's fairly modified. It is on E85. It does not use an idle control valve. I'm not sure if you can see that, but definitely does not have an idle control valve. So how does this start when it's cold? Let's have a look. That is stone cold, E85. This is pretty modified, it's got a decent sized camshaft in it, and I think that, yeah, sort of illustrates how well you can make them run without idle control valves. Okay, again, we're back to another one, just to make sure. 15.5 degrees, hasn't been started, all run this morning. It's an RB25, so a different engine, not just an RB30. Different engine, no idle control system at all. It's got a Plasman throttle body on it. RB25, let's start it up. I'll just turn the ignition off and on, prime the pump. All right. Got 4 camshafts in it. That is literally first start, first crank for the day. We haven't started it. Computer's at 15 degrees. It's at 16, temperature starting to come up. So there you go. So again, the whole idea of these videos is just to represent that idle control valves, it can be done without them, with no problem at all. RB25. This one's got small camshafts. This one is on E85 as well. So yeah, just to elaborate and to go a little bit further, it can be done without idle control valves. Not just RB30, RB25, we've done 2JZ, we've done the Ford engines, we've done quite a few now, TB48s, they all can be done like this. You've just got to spend a little bit of time on the idle control system.